What's up, everybody? Sniper Baller One here with my review of Ring of Honor's Fuel and Fire. This is the second show that Ring of Honor ran in Manassas, Virginia, and all in all, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was alright. So let's get to it. We start the show off with was it two promos? No, I don't think it was any promos. Oh, I can't remember. But the first match of the night was Jay and Mark Briscoe versus Adam Pearce and Shane Hagadorn. This is Mark Briscoe's return to the ring after about I think it's been like 4 or 5 months or something like that, and he was mad over. Crowd went crazy for him. Um, welcome back chants or whatever. And there's no chance in hell that they would not go over. So yeah, they went over. Nothing much to talk about here. I'd say 2 stars at best. Then we got Pelle Primeau versus Rhett Sterling. Dud, sucked. Delirious versus Rhett Titus. This was alright. Wasn't nothing to get crazy about. 2.5 stars. Nothing much to really say. This led to some other stuff later on in the night though, with Daisy Hayes getting hurt and her kissing Delirious on the cheek. I just honestly do not care about Rhett Titus. You know what I mean? I like Delirious. I love Daisy Hayes, but I could care less about Rhett Titus. So there you go. And we all know where this led with Delirious joining the Age of the Fall, and just recently spiking Lacey in the head. I mean, not Lacey, Daisy Hayes in the head. So yeah. Then we had the Necro Butcher versus Roderick Strong. This was very good right here. Just brutal stuff in this. The Necro Butcher and Roderick Strong, they have good chemistry. Roderick was just doing stuff to Necro that only Necro can take. The match ended with a half Nelson backbreaker on the chairs, which was very brutal, and Rogers Gibson driver. So yeah, good stuff there. 3.25 stars. I would say this was a very enjoyable match. Then we had the one match that you should see out of this whole entire DVD. Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries versus the Murder City Machine Guns. This is a great match, as you may expect. In my opinion, the two top singles wrestlers in the world when it comes to just ability and everything else, against the best tag team in the world. So you got one of my favorite matches of the year, 4.5 stars. This was very, very, very good. So there you go. Great. 4.5 stars. Not much more to say about it. But then after the match, we got the segment with the Age of the Fall coming out and attacking Austin Aries, and it was Austin Aries and who was it? I think Austin Aries and Alex Shelley, and then Chris Sabin and Bryan Danielson came in the ring and made the save. And then Austin Aries put out his hand, basically saying, let's let bygones be bygones, Alex Shelley, after everything that happened with them at Generation Next, and then him turning on Alex Shelley, and the rest of Generation Next turning on Alex Shelley. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, let's let bygones be bygones. That was 4 years ago. Let's just move on. Put his hand out. Alex Shelley didn't accept the handshake, as you may have, expected if you actually know what type of character Alex Shelley is. Hint, hint, TNA. But yeah, and he left. And he was like, fair is fair, and then they all left. And then we got after that we got what was it, intermission, and then we had some promos here and there, nothing worth talking about. Just the Briscoes, man up, and I'm glad you're back, Mark. And yeah, it's been too long, and yeah, yeah. I like the Briscoes, but that wasn't worth talking about. A lot of this show was kind of like that, There you go. Chris Hill and Brent Albright, that was pretty good. I'd say 3 stars. Brent Albright had a match the night after, though. That was incredible. Oh, yes, I have Death Before Dishonor 6. Review of that is coming when I come back, because I'm going on a trip, and I'll be back Monday of next week. But Death Before Dishonor 6. That, if it wasn't for just real quick, if it wasn't for Supercard of Honor 3, that would be the best Ring of Honor show of the year. There you go. Uh, Here we had Nigel McGuinness versus Ruckus. This was a squash, but it looked like that it was supposed to be better than it was. But it looked like Ruckus legitimately hurt himself because it was this one spot. I think Nigel was a shoulder block to his back, and he was favoring his back the rest of the match. It looked like it was supposed to be better than it was, but it ended up being a squash. I mean, I won't even give. I give it like 1 3/4 stars. Very disappointing. We Then we had the main event: Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs versus Naomichi Marufuji and Go Shiozaki. This was very good. Problem with this match: the crowd was not in it at all, at all, and it really hurt the match because there was a lot of great action in this. Uh, yeah, this was good stuff here. And Marufuji hitting all his normal spots. I wonder how the Age of the Fall would work against two guys like this. And yeah, it was a pretty good match. I'd say 3 4 stars. I would say. I might be overrating that a little bit. It's just like the crowd was just out of it. You know what I mean? Just totally out of it, and it really bothered me. Um, Then after that match, Austin Aries came out there, as you may have guessed, and Alex Shelley, and then he jumped on the Age of the Fall. Then Alex Shelley, then the Age of the Fall got the upper hand, and Alex Shelley came out, helped Austin Aries, grabbed the mic, and said that and this is probably the best part of the show. He said that anything is better than emo cocksuckers. And he was like, you have, I have your back, well, what he said? He said, I owe you one. And they shook hands and, did the whole thing. Crowd started chanting ROH. Very, very nice segment in the show. All in all, this show was good. Well, I wouldn't even say good. It was okay, minus the one great match on here. So I would say this was, let's see, let me go down my ratings again. 2, 1.5, 2.5, 3.25, 4.5, 3, 1 3/4, 3 3/4. I would say this is the show had nice segments, nice storyline progression, but not the best matches. So I would say this was about a 7.5 at best, maybe 7, probably 7.25. Yeah, 7.25. I would go. The main event and the tag match and the Machine Guns match are great. Storyline stuff on here was pretty good. So yeah, I would recommend watching this, but not buying it. But my review of Devil for the Sonic 6 will be coming on Monday. Or does anything else important happen before then? No, but my review of that will be coming on Monday. That's a great show. I'm going to tell you now, it's in the 9s. Get that show. Don't get this one, just watch it, but get that show. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.